Fargo Moorhead's Playhouse in the morning, 194.0 and Amy K. So, money obviously tight. And, well, this has made for a surge of people very openly looking for sugar daddies and sugar mamas. People that are in relationships that, have a little financial benefit. So all these, sugar daddy websites and people are being open about this on their, Tinders and Hinges and all this stuff. Can you imagine, actively being like, hey, really looking for someone to pay my bills?
But... you're saying this to people?
Yes.
I mean, at least you're being honest, right?
I guess so. But I'm kind of curious just knowing this is out there because, sure, the idea of somebody paying your bills, that sounds delightful. Do we have anybody, fishing expedition, in the Playhouse family that has been on either side of, a sugar daddy, sugar mama relationship where you had somebody that was a little bit more affluent? Were they older also, I assume? They're paying some bills for you. That's kind of like the draw of the relationship. Did they know? But then also, have you been somebody that, you took on a lot of bills and you got to date somebody maybe, a little out of your league because you were willing to pay their bills?
So not me, but when I was in college, my roommate, she had a sugar daddy.
How did that go?
I never actually met him, and he gave her, a lot of money. So much money that I did not have to pay rent. He paid for where we lived. But she would, go, I don't know if it was, once a month or, once every 2 weeks, to this guy's place, and she'd be gone for 24 hours, and then she would come back. I never asked questions.
When them bills got paid.
He paid for everything.
So you're going to work? Yeah, I'm going to work. Ugh.
Yeah.
Your sugar mama, sugar daddy, how did that go? It never, of course, were you invited or anything?
No, I didn't.
Goodness.
I
Yeah.
wanted to stay away from it. I thought the whole thing was sketchy, and then we had another girl move in with us, and she would do the same thing.
No.
This guy, I mean, he paid for the house we lived in. I don't know if she was supposed to have other people live, but it was a nice place. And so I stayed there because I was going to school. I was also kind of working an actual job, but they would go hang out with this guy, and then they'd always have money. Yeah.
At least you got the side benefits on the
I
fringe.
got a free place to live.
Whew. You're currently in something kind of that falls in this?
I am, and I think I'm the luckiest girl right now. My sugar daddy buys a lot of real estate, and he has actually allowed me to pick a few different homes to buy, and he's bought them and put them in my name.
And you're not putting money into this?
No, I just kind of have to give him my love, Sometimes, some days more than others.
That's crazy, though, that he's putting properties in your name. That's wild.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
It sounds like you do. It's working out okay for you. Yeah, we had somebody on the show the other day, I think, that was actively looking or talking about doing something like this, but it felt very I don't know, prostitute-y.
Stop. With Leonard?
Yeah. She met an old guy in a coffee shop that was I'll pay your bills if you get
They
with me, basically.
literally had a conversation. What was he was going to give money for, but he straight up was you got to give me the lovin'. And I was like, that's...
And so I don't know why it felt different than this. I mean, because you guys seem like you're kind of dating, but you know what the benefit is, and he knows what the benefit is.
Someone said, I call my wife my sugar mama. I mean, it's not like we have that type of relationship, but that's just what I call her.
You got some sort of sugar daddy, sugar mama thing. How's that going? You been there before? How did it go? Do you think sugar daddy is probably the most common version of this, though you seem to be in the sugar mama?
We actually met at an Outback Steakhouse. I wasn't planning on meeting anyone that night, but she just kind of approached me. She's about 10 years my senior and was kind of quick to the point. And after, a couple margaritas and a few of those bloomin' onions, we just hit the ground running. Haven't looked back since.
Is it just you're dating an older woman, or does she actually pay for some stuff? Because that's where I feel like the sugar comes in.
Of course, yeah. No, she pays for everything that I could possibly want, anything I would want to eat or drink. She says she's just that impressed with my butt. It's an ass that doesn't quit.
Yeah.
So she's more than willing to pay for any and all of my needs if she gets a little bit of my caboose.
Someone said I was in a sugar relationship for about a year when I was out at college. I had finished school and I was working retail, barely covering bills. I met an older guy through a dating site and he helped with rent and some bills. Honestly, the weirdest part wasn't the age difference, but it was explaining the relationship to friends. Some thought I was being taken advantage of. Others thought I was some kind of gold digger. But most of the time, we were just going to dinner and talking. Eventually, I had to end things because I wanted a real relationship, and I didn't want to wonder whether money was influencing every decision.
I want to make sure I got this right. So you aren't in the relationship on the receiving end. You are, in fact, a sugar daddy, in your opinion?
I met this girl is so hot. She is, she's not much of a conversationalist, but you know what? She asks for some money, but she is so, oh man, she makes me feel like I'm a kid again. She is just so awesome. She doesn't ask me to do anything except take her out to dinner and treat her, just give her a couple of bucks. It's just awesome. It's a relationship that every man really wants.
Do you think it could ever actually be anything, or is this truly just she's in it for the money?
She's young. She's young, she wants to go. She wants to go with her girlfriends, and they want to go down to the bar and have some drinks. So I give her the credit card. You know what? I let her drive the car. I let her drive the car a little bit. She's satisfied with not a whole lot, and I got plenty. Man, and she's got plenty of energy, I'll tell you that. And that is just what the doctor ordered, I'm telling you.
That just made me uncomfortable.
Different strokes, man. I get it's working for some people. I don't know.
Someone said when I was younger, I was in one. I don't regret it, but I would not do it again. I was working 2 jobs trying to finish college, and having someone help me financially felt like a huge relief at first. But I didn't expect how much of emotional energy it would take. It wasn't just showing up for like dinner or meeting with them and getting help with bills. The other person wanted attention, texts throughout the day, all of that. So it was kind of like a normal relationship, but not really. And it was just too much work.
All right. 2, 3, 7 hits. Call, text. A lot of people doing this sugar daddy, sugar mama thing because, well, times are tough. And you're in one currently. How's that going?
I've realized that my happiness comes first, obviously, above anything. But if I have a connection with someone and if they're also willing to put forth, something for me, then it doesn't, to me in my head, I'm sort of like, it doesn't matter if there's an age difference or career difference or life difference. But if they're supporting me and I feel that, and it's making me happy, that's all that matters.
Okay, so if it's working, it's working. It's working for you, huh?
Someone else said after my wife passed away, I wasn't interested in dating, and I met a younger woman through a website, and we agreed on an arrangement. For me, it wasn't about control or anything like that. I just wanted companionship without making promises I wasn't ready to make. So we would meet for dinner once or twice a week, talk about our lives, and eventually became friends. And it lasted almost 3 years.
Wow.
That's long.
That is a really long time for that.
Yeah.
Cheers. You have an instance like this? How did it go, being in a sugar daddy, sugar mama thing?
It was actually a pretty positive one. It was what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody that would be there for me. Not only emotionally, but financially. So he helped me get through college, and he set me up in a nice house and bought me a nice car and took me to great restaurants, and we traveled the world. So, yeah, it was really a positive experience.
I mean, obviously you're not with this person now because you're talking, like, clearly in past tense.
No, actually moved on to another sugar daddy.
Out of curiosity, younger or older?
A younger one. They get very controlling because they feel that they invested so much in you, so you become like a commodity to them, and it's something that they, you're their property, and you're supposed to be at their disposal whenever they need you. So, again, like, at that point I got off the sugar daddy, and I met somebody in person, and it just worked out better. I saw the red flags. I dated a few other times, and then I met my husband. He was very good looking and younger and, more my speed, more into doing more things that I like to do at my youthful age.
Someone said I was involved in one of these relationships for nearly 5 years, but we originally met because we were just dating. Then I found out about the money, and that's the reason why I stayed.
Sure, I believe that. Yeah,
But is that like a sugar relationship, or then are like you a gold digger?
that one. It's that one.
Yeah,
It's
because
that one.
you went into it thinking it was like just a regular relationship. Then you realize, whoa, there's a lot of money here, so you're staying.
Guess I'll tolerate some
Yeah.
stuff from you. And how'd it go? Being a sugar daddy, sugar mama, being with one.
Listen, okay, it sounds really nice. It sounds really incredible to have someone just take care of you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Financially and otherwise. But be careful what you wish for. Okay, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Sometimes they basically, you have to be okay with them like stalking you all the time, and you don't have any. It's just like you belong to someone, and it's and you feel all this guilt because they're financially invested in you, and they just want your attention all the time, and sometimes you just don't even get to be a person.
Yeah, no, you make that sound so appealing.
I mean, yeah, yours sounds like you're literally in a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
I mean, but then it got a little weird that they were stalking you.
And for you, it's a sugar mama tale?
Oh, well, I mean, you go to the right parties, you meet the right people. I went to a right one and met a lady and just kind of hit it off, and everything's going pretty good so far.
And she's spending some money on you, I take it?
Oh, she pays everything. She's got my rent covered. She got me a car. Driving a nice little Mercedes.
Yeah,
A little used, but so is she. So it works out fine. I'm going to ride this until, I don't know, either I get tired or she dies.
Oh my gosh, you are terrible about this woman, and she is paying for everything. I don't like how you said it. The car's a little used, and so is she.